Canada called Little Mountain Studios, and there's two rooms in there. There's like Studio A, Studio B. A was like the big room where you set up all the gear and everybody kind of tracks their drum parts and bass parts and all that stuff. And then they have Studio B where they do things like vocal overdubs, guitar solo overdubs, and mixing. So we're in Studio A, and Tommy and Nikki, they said to me, hey, there's a band next door, and local band, and I'm sure they'd get a kick out of meeting us, you know, Motley Crue, you know, and you know, I was a bit full of myself at the time because, I mean, let's face it, at that point, before I actually ruined their career, Motley Crue was one of the biggest bands in the world. So anyway, they go, I think these local kids, they probably get a kick out of meeting us. So let's go over and say hi. We're going to be here for a while. They're going to be here for a while. We should be neighborly. I go, okay. You know, so I walk out. I should have known when they let me walk out and walk in first. It's like, I'm the unknown guy. Why wouldn't Tommy Lee walk in first, or Nikki Sixx, or Mick Mars? No, they let me walk in first. So I kicked the door open. Have I told you this story before? You know where this is going, right? Okay. So I kicked the door open, and suddenly my entire existence began to slow down at a really rapid rate. Like the whole world just went into slow motion. Because I walked into the room like, oh, I'm here. And I look down, and there's a guy in a chair with a guitar, and he just stopped playing, and he turned in incredibly slow motion, like this, and he looked at me. I'm standing in the doorway, just full of myself, like, oh. And everything, forgive me, everything started to sound like this. Oh, shit. That guy looks like Joe Perry from Aerosmith. Fuck, it is Joe Perry from Aerosmith. And he gave me, I don't know if you're like a Joe Perry fan, but it's like he never laughs. He's just got that sneer. So I'm like, I don't know if he's pissed or not, but I totally interrupted him while he was in the middle of doing a guitar solo. So I'm sure that he wasn't totally happy with me. Then in my peripheral vision, I see this coming at me, and it's like, and this guy, and he fucking, Steven Tyler comes up, grabs me in a death grip, my feet are dangling like this, and he's kissing and licking the side of my face. And he's saying, you're the one that's getting ready to be shot out of the cannon, brother. So, mind you, you know, I just sit there and this was all I could do. I went, nothing, no sound, no expression, nothing. So we get through that. Then Tommy and Nikki pull me aside and they give me this genius advice. They go, hey bro, you're in Motley Crue now, so you can't be a fan. What does that mean? You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, and it's just weird. I'm like, I used to go in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I would get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, take off school, cut school, go down and stand in line at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to get a ticket. And now you're telling me to turn all of that off. Now, I'm like, that doesn't happen. So, inevitably, and I'm apologizing now because my stories tend to be a little long, but I think you'll appreciate it. Anyway, so every fucking time, it seemed like every time Bob Rock or somebody, you know, I said, I'm going to go get a bottle of water. Anybody want anything? No, yep. And I would leave our room and I would go in this big community area. Every fucking time I did it, Steven was there. And he's like, yeah, what's up? And he's exactly the way he is on TV. Hey, what's up? Singing, scatting, all this shit. And every time he did it, I was like this. So after maybe 2 weeks, he said to Nikki, because him and Nikki are very good friends, he goes, Six, dude, the fuck is wrong with your singers? And Nikki goes, what are you talking about? He goes, I have literally tried talking to that guy for the last 2 weeks. I ask him how he's doing. I ask him how it's going. I ask him how his family is. I ask him if he's okay. Does he need anything? Whatever. And he just stands there with his mouth open, with drool coming out of it, and he doesn't say a word. What is his problem? Is he high? Or is he stupid? And Nikki goes, both. So, maybe about a week later, I'm sitting minding my own business, I'm hanging out, I'm goofing off, and I had to take a little break from doing a guitar track, and I was sitting with an acoustic guitar just like this in the common area. There's a couple couches and a chair, the kitchen's over here, and I walk in, there's nobody in the room, no receptionist, nobody. So I goofing off, and I start on my guitar. I'm like just so stoked that Aerosmith is there. So I just start noodling around and I start doing shit like this. Right? Then I'm like, oh, I don't know the whole song, but I knew all these little pieces and I start going. Now get yourself a cooler, lay yourself low. Coincident tomato with nothing to show. Judge constipation, go to his head. His wife's aggravation, you soon end up dead. It's the same old story, same old song and dance, my friend. It's the same old story, same old story, same old song and dance. Right? I'm just fucking rocking out. I'm killing them. I'm doing Sweet Emotion. I'm doing that one. I'm doing a little bit of Dream On. All this shit. And then I start playing my favorite Aerosmith song ever. I will play the whole song for you, but I start doing this. If anybody's familiar with it, I start playing this. Right? I get right up to where the voice is supposed to start. And I hear the voice. I'm like, And there's Steven. And I had one of those wah, wah, wah moments, because he goes, you're playing it wrong, brother. Jumped over the couch, took my guitar, retuned it, and then we sat down, and we had the most amazing time. We sang it and played it together, which is probably the third greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life. The first one was my son being born. The second one was my second wife getting run over by a gasoline truck. and then that one. So that's right up there. So we did this thing. And once again, he was trying to give me a lesson, showed me the tuning, the whole bit, and I just sat there. He told me the whole story, how he wrote the song, which was fucking brilliant, amazing. And I sat there like this. Completely forgot the tuning, completely forgot everything, but it was one of the greatest moments of my life, and I'm happy that I could share it with you guys. So now I think I should probably shut up and play the song. her sin. She's the weather on the end. Ooh, woe is me, I feel so badly on you. I feel so sadly on you, and I'm bound to lose your mind. Live on borrowed time, take the wind right out of your sail. Fireflies dancing in the heat of too soon, the weekend, far, far away. Heat of my candle shows me the way. Seas of 1,000 drawn to her sin. Weather on the end. Ooh, woe is me, I feel so badly of you. Ooh, woe is me, I feel so sadly on you, and time bound to lose your mind. Live on